hosts, Shakina and Nina. Anthony is going to introduce the topic.
This topic is about what is the mayor really doing for the inner community after his re-election.
Right. We all know that there's a lot of unfamiliar changes, and it's hard to deal with these unfamiliar changes. But a few things I would like to bring for starters, okay? 1,463 days remain in the term when it begins. And on day 1,454, we created a nationally recognized Haiti Relief Center. You heard about that? So 5 days later, we were successful in passing landmark education return. At day 1,437, we carried out a public health canvass in East Boston that was the largest direct social service outreach in our city's history. And about a week later, we worked with Liberty Mutual to expand their business in Boston and create 1,100 new jobs. So we know that he's trying to push and do something. He's been here, what, 2 terms now?
More than 2
3
terms.
terms. This is his third term now, exactly. So I don't know what you guys have to say about the things that
Personally, I think he's doing an alright job, but there's a few things that he's done that I don't approve of. The reason why I don't approve of it is because it's affecting our young black children. It's affecting everyone in the inner city. It's not just about the young blacks, it's affecting all the young kids. He closed down a lot of schools that were close to people's homes, forced the kids to cram in the, what they're doing. They're doing schools now from what? Kindergarten to 8th grade, so you're cramming all these kids into one school, and some of them are lacking education because of that. In the future it'll show, you know what I mean? They're not pushing kids by anymore. If you don't pass the MCAS, you're not going to. So, and then over the summer he just closed 6 community centers, so now where does he leave these kids to do? He did open up a summer job. He opened up 400 summer jobs for the kids, which is good, but what about the younger kids that can't work? What are they forced to do? These were free community centers now. What are these parents going to do now that, they have all these budget cuts and their kids are just going to be on the street or home all day, possibly getting in trouble?
I agree.
Well, they weren't free community centers because trying to get into a camp for the summertime, it cost an arm and a leg for 2 weeks just messing with the community centers.
I see my children, I never put them in the camps system at all.
When I say community center, I'm talking about such as a place you might go and pay $1 or $2 and you get to swim, you get to play basketball.
Right, like we have the condoms.
You might get a little, you see, they might be closing that, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's beneficial if you can't afford what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. They do have 2 more cities included on that list.
Right.
So all in total it's 8. We have here the Marshall and the Matterhorn Community Center of Dorchester.
That's all metro area.
Right.
2 schools.
We have the Matterhorn Community Center in Mattapan. We have the Agassiz English Community Center of Jamaica Plain. The Johnson Community Center in Roxbury. The Walsh Community Center of South Boston. West Roxbury Community Center and the Stillman Tennis Center in Charlestown. So here we have 8 community centers that they're planning to shut down, and not really shut down, but
they're already
Boston Youth, Boston Youth and Families,
basically,
they're not paying for it.
They're not going to be, it's not going to be under their control anymore.
Exactly.
Like they said, there's plenty of more community centers within Dorchester and Mattapan. I'm not too sure about, Roxbury and Jamaica Plain, but Dorchester and Mattapan still has a list of community centers open, but it's just not going to be under Boston Centers for Youth and Families anymore. It's not going to be under their direction.
Right. Well, we're going to take a break on that note, and we're going to come back with more of, let us talk about. We're back. We're talking about what the mayor has done for our community. Now, right now we're discussing the pulling of our local community centers, Dorchester, Jamaica Plain, and other communities as well, with no input on the community. And I've heard that there's been a meeting held somewhere Rosendale, for to attend, and that was our time to give our input on the whole matter. Maybe we could have saved some of these programs from closing at that point. I mean, that's what we have to do. We have to get out there and use our voice. Because if we're sitting here, dwelling on what's going on, and
You have to go to the community meetings,
we
you have
have
to
to
be
look
involved.
to, I don't go to no meetings.
I know we
Any
have a
meetings.
community meeting in Dorchester every 4th of every month, and nobody who attends them.
I don't know, but some of these schools also, some of these community centers, these children aren't going at all.
I know,
Like,
and that's why a lot of them were shut down because
They kind of
there
hide.
wasn't anything.
The thing with my beef with the mayor is why close them down? All you have to do, you can make money off them, you can profit off them, just bring the bill downs. You know what I mean? Like how you said, it costs an arm and a leg, bring the bill downs.
Exactly, so people will be able to
maybe
afford it.
$25 a kid per week or something. You know what I mean? You can't choke people for $200 and something a
For
week.
one session, and that's what it is. I know the community centers for the year is not that much, it's only like $35 for the year, and the kids can,
Right.
engage in all the activities, but
right now they're wondering if they're gonna just expand the Boys and Girls Club.
they're gonna partner with the Boys and Girls
Okay.
Club so that they can have some other funding because they don't have the funding that they need.
Right.
And they're looking for private partnerships. And one of the partnerships that they're looking at is the Boys and Girls Club.
Well, I know that local state representative Lisa Malia, she says that she's been involved in prior efforts to get private groups to work with community centers, and still
So they can
there's
get
been no
more
work.
money, yeah.
She said there's been no
Private
luck.
groups, meaning she's trying to get,
Money from private companies.
Right, to help with this, but has there
Where's
been?
all this money going? That's all I want to know. Yeah, it's going to the state, it's going to the government, it's going wherever. But you're cutting programs, obviously. So there was money there at one point, but where is the money going? You know what I mean? What are you doing with the cut money? That's what I want.
Well, they really do need to do something, and they don't need to be cutting the community centers. I don't think would be the key because right now too much stuff is happening. It's the summertime. People's attitudes and tempers are just hot, and it's too much. We need something for the kids to do throughout the year to keep the violence down. They keep talking about the violence. Well, if the kids can't afford the community centers, how are they supposed to have anything to do? Like, seriously.
Right, because if the community centers is keeping these kids off the streets, pretty much, well, what I think they should do is, instead of just having an open center where as though it's basketball and free swim, they need to do something that's educational in these community centers as well.
But not just that, look at the Y. When I was little, the Y membership used to be like $6. The Y membership is ridiculous.
I hear right now it's free though,
For what?
for the summer. I don't quote me. Don't quote me. But I received an email stating that the YMCA is, they're having a free summer program for children. I don't know how true that is, but my
No, but I did see a sign out there and it said, fun with families, so they are doing something with the families for the summer.
Right. Okay. Well, things like that. We have those sites around.
I'm just looking
But how
at
many
ways
of them are around?
to keep the streets safer. So, that's why I'm making a big deal about these programs because I feel like you give these kids somewhere to go. Trouble's going to be anywhere, but you give these kids somewhere to go, it will curb the negative attitude, will curb, will curb a lot of inter-family violence. It gives the mother space, it gives the child space, it gives the child a different set of scenery, gives the mother a little time to handle whatever she needs to handle, and at least the government can help out with that, for the summer if they can't do anything else. It's going to be 80, 90 degrees, it's going to be a lot of tempers flaring, and the heat leads to violence.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes, it
All the
does.
time, even when it's spring. It's the touching of some sun.
Mhm.
The
That's all we
different.
need is a little bit of sunshine.
That's it. We'll be back.